Hi, here's a curious lock that I have found for you. This is a Eurocylinder, a dimple lock with the brand Titan. Hopefully you can make it out. Here you go. It's a Titan. What's curious about this dimple lock? There are 6 dimples, but if you look at the key, you will notice, one second, you will notice that there are 2 sets of rows here. You have one that is the active row, and on top of it, when you insert the key, there's another row of 5. Yes, I think there are 5 pins, which they don't seem to be inactive. They seem to be actually active. But what I found about this lock is that they are active only when the core is rotated 180 degrees. In that way they will engage with the driver pins. Basically you need, every 180 degrees you need to pick the lock again. So lock's brand new, works very well. Let's have a look if I can pick it on camera and see if I can get it too. So number 5 seems to be the binder. So I pushed him a little bit, he's no longer binding. Number 1 is binding now. There we go, we got a clip from number 1. That was number 4, I think. 5 seems to be in place. 6 don't give any feedback. So 1 to give a small clip, can we fell into a pulse set. 3, there's a feedback on 3. See if we can set it. Okay, it seems to be set, but I think you heard there are a lot of pins that dropped. Number 5, for example. And there we go. So freely rotating until we reach the other side, the opposite side, in which you can see here, let me see if I can focus this one. You can see now that the other pins are now engaging with the driver pins. So let's have a look. Continue picking this thing. See if we can pick it. Let's see who's left. And there we go. It was number 3 that needed to be pushed a little bit further. Okay, so I have taken the liberty to partially remove the C-clip so that it's easier to disassemble. Let's try and do that. So you can hear on the back the driver pins are popping out. Hopefully they are the same. Okay, so what you see here on the top, these are actually some passive pins. Okay, so let's dump first the 2 passive pins. And let's see the rest. So the counter pins, the one that were on top of the lock, you can see that I was right, there were only 5 of them according as well as according to the key, and we have 6 active key pins. So let's start first with this one. So these are the passive pins on the side. Starting backwards. If locks would like to cooperate. So number 6, 5, 4, oops. 3, 2, and pin 1. Okay, so these are the other pins, so these would be 3 maybe and 4. I'll figure out later. So these are maybe actually it's here. And here. Okay, let's have a look on the core. So we have the counter pins, we have the side passive pins, and we have the 6 active pins. There's nothing special about the core itself. There's 6 chambers. I don't see anything that peculiar on the inside. Now let me arrange a little bit these pins and I will show you what are they made out of. I'm just guessing where are the spools to Equatrans. I have no idea. So I'll see a little bit later how they are or were assembled. So here's what's inside the pin, inside the lock. On the passive pins we have this one and this one. Then we have 4 standard pins as driver pins, and then we have these spool T-pin hybrid pins. Let's see if I can focus a little bit more. Then we have as driver pins, they do really like to move. Hopefully we can make them out now. So we have a steel pin on number 1 and number 3. We have some bullet pins on 2 and 4, and we have some normal brass pins. I think these are brass pins, or maybe this is also a steel pin, a standard one and a standard brass pin. Then we have the opposing 5 pins. They seem to be, well, I assume they're standard, although this cut is made just so that they do not fall inside the lock, but they should be, I guess, standard pins as well. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching. Sorry it's a little bit longer. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.